over the week, issue about take center stage has to do with changes across within the police and other security agencies. I generated a whole lot of discussion around Dampare. It got to a point I think that some individuals decided to go to court to injunct the president, say, go ahead to change IGP and then that's for them. Sometimes when you follow some of these development and some of this discussion, clearly you see, say the politics now, you know, are breeding a lot of attention seekers. Sometimes maybe they just want to make headlines for people to talk about them. Because and yes, sir, if you look at the current constitutional arrangement, you will come to appreciate, say, the IGP and other security heads, you know, they operate at the pleasure of whoever the president is at the time. Constitutional framers, you know, see how sensitive these security agencies are. And, you know, they felt to say, so one far 2 minutes to the president of the day. Now they say 2 minutes show before front, sir. Now, this security heads, you know, at a loggerhead with the president is going to create a problem. It's the reason why the constitutional framers started why say always be the various security heads, you know, must work at the pleasure of the president as he so desires. At any point in time, when you're satisfied, and as he goes and line with you, they can terminate that particular appointment at any point in time. And JB, even Ghana as a fledgling democracy, the most advanced democracies in the world is that of America. America, internal security is under the jurisdiction of FBI. FBI director no, is appointed directly by the president. Even in those advanced democracies, you know, that discretion, you know, has been given to the president. And the Kash Patel, now Trump by appointed, you know, as a new FBI director. Obakai famous with Comey. 2017, Trump by a knife May and automating appointment because of the banter in the previous way. So all over the world, around the most advanced democracies are a model. You see, say even there, for instance, in the US, the CIA director is appointed by the president. Bureau of National Intelligence is appointed by the president. These are sensitive security areas. The Constitution, you know, give that discretion to the president or make such appointment at his own convenience, and they work at his pleasure because of how sensitive the institution is. So if you have this thing at the back of your mind and there are enough constitutional arrangements safeguarding these things, now president make attempt say, oh, change it, obia, you may disagree. And that's what but to say so they call court it doesn't make sense. It make you look like an attention seeker just seeking to grab headlines and then as a forum. So for me, I think that is just by the way. But JB, over the years, there has been this conversation around appointment of security head. We've had this conversation before. Say, Emrason, say my various security heads, you know, or more kasayi or more leaders. I think there's a conversation that has been activated for some time now. IGP sacking termination by Matisse, a lot of people make that particular argument. But you see, we cannot get emotional over some of these sensitive issues. Question we should be asking ourselves in a very honest way. And they say, JB, you know the security, you know the military, you know the police, you know fire service, you know prison service, you know the way they operate, the mentality of this institution and how polarized these institutions have become, how partisan politics has infiltrated into the very security architecture of this country. JB, will you be comfortable to say, the various security, your friend saying, institutions now, do they have that sense of maturity to be able to appoint their own head?
Well, I'm not sure for
the answer is no. Considering what is going on within the police, even at the top hierarchy, within the military, it will be a disaster to say that these institutions should appoint their head because of internal politics and how individuals. So, Enam said these institutions, you know, show that sense of maturity, that professionalism, say, me appointed, then that argument, you know, will become unnecessary for us. Say, activities, say, let us amend the constitution and say, these institutions should appoint their head. Because then, security agencies in India have become virtually an extension of political party offices.
Yeah.
Within the military, they have the NDC line, the MPP line, and those who are playing double games.
For instance, fire service, you free to see and Mahama, you know.
Okay.
Now the time I saw the dad.
Good.
Ambrose Zerina extended the contract.
Okay.
So he was working as an extended, you know. Meanwhile, there were equally competent people who were available with the same rank to occupy that position.
Yes. But you see, when it comes to those top when you crowd there, retirement age in the system catch you obia. But and I'm saying that job, you work at the pleasure of the president, even if above retirement, you can be given extension to work. So that one day I will not even begrudge that. But the argument I hear they say, yes, I amend the constitution that this institution appointed on head. The question I'm asking is, have this institution attained that professional maturity to appoint their own head? The answer is no. So it means that argument cannot fly. And I'm backing with evidence. Even in the most advanced democracies out there in America and other places, so mature to a highest level, those security heads are appointed by the president. They work at his pleasure. They can sack these individuals at any point in time, replace them without any difficulty. So I think that those making those arguments on the various TV stations and so forth, they should be guided by some of these in Myanmar, because of how sensitive, and the fact is that these institutions have not attained their maturity. And again, yes, I can't. You saw a lot of jubilation and cause on various social media platforms. And for me, that was very disgusting and it show how unprofessionalism is so deep into the police and other institutions. You may not like Dampare. You may like the other guy that is coming and so forth. But to wear police uniform, now with the camera see so
jubilate on the streets.
Jubilate with them, but to put camera on yourself in a uniform and jubilate to say police for independent, that is the biggest form of ingratiation in recent times. And I think we should be worried. Debbie, we are talking about professionalism in these institutions. You see, over the years, the police, is bedeviled with a lot of logistical challenges in terms of motivate everything. So, me a police officer, I should channel my energy into some of these areas. Force the new leaders to ensure, say, near my for instance, what police barracks there. New police officers no mobile. Unko single room. Ni fridge ni way you see abonting. Na nempa.
What they are numpo. Oh, fire service training. Oh, quiet. Say imagine so kuta fire hole. Na ebi ni ho fire tender ni ho ni yase katawani na yete say de okuta fire tender ya friend say ho no na odi dum dwa na just okatawani na odi dum just ebi kra ni ho ya dey training.
Yes,
and you go about jubilating because of what?
So it's a problem. So and natural say professionalism a problem. Police, we need to tackle some of these things. And then it brings me back to the question of recruitment.
Yeah,
I have always argued, say JB, Obia, what 23 years are onim nyansa. You cannot use 6 months and turn that particular person into a sensible person and arm him with a gun. The most dangerous thing is to arm a fool with gun. So when you're careful, yes, I know, say, advanced countries in as far they have short period for training police, quantum coding as far some 9, 12, those kind of training. But you see, Maakye is a leadership, and yeah, they are actually a good template. So yes, will be a follow. You look at your local circumstance, you contextualize it and use it as a guard. Now we have enough evidence to prove sufficiently. 6 months now you train police officers. We don't focus on the mental development. For instance, your training has to do with physical. You do be able to but pressure and instead of spending my time on the mental faculty of police officers, we rather focus on their physicalities. And it's a one argument because at the training, you're training with the physicals, about to try there. Obey inflicted pain on you because that is the training. We did not spend time working on the mental faculty of these individuals. And for me, that is the reason why we are here. So we need to look at the training modalities. Time now, you're the training police for anything I've always proposed. We need to have something like your friend say, a police training college.
Yeah.
Just like a nursing training college, any other institutions.
Non quarter for 3 years.
We will go for 3 years. You can award them with degree. So by the time and the faculties of fighting crime, it's not just about mahu am robber medinechi. Your friend say crime assuming some level of sophistication, and most of the crime in course on the internet. You understand? So it means you need to train police. Somebody so sophisticated in dealing with some of these sophisticated form of crime that has come.
Quick one, obi message or the aba, but enchemeko sakara so. Obi message or the aba has to do with that is why the level of police brutality has risen from one stage to the other.
Yes, and because the training focuses on physicality, and you able to come to America now we are into a bar. The other one is because that is the training. We don't spend time working on the mental faculty. And I'm crime because of sophistication, you know, platforms in that and the bioterrorism, cyber terrorism, whole lot of crime. And Zinipan, I would not continue with our Peja or better of a fighter cyber EFN saying. What I say? So I think that these are some of the major concerns that we should be worried about. And Yasha a local circumstance, you know. Let us look at how we set up training institutions just to ensure that by the time a police officer will graduate, you know, not all aspects, including technology, cyber realm, you're training into a fully baked, and whatever opportunity you give to the person can work. And for me, last one, I mean, maybe we have a Dampare issue, you know, so the reason why Dampare call are mayor very happy and your person has to do with extrajudicial killings are also under Dampare.
But it's also interesting to know, say. That parry-free so I say I suspect to be for Ameswale.
Yes.
New one. What is happening?
Yes. So JB, we are police, ubetima ye waduma. Yes. Obia then up and loose and then as a forum. But nipa enya koko. So we can just kill people and it ends there. Nothing happens. I dare see me be seen there and yet that young police officers now. No, Bullion Van.
Yeah.
It happened in about 3 times. For instance, police in here. All guide this Sikadia corner on Chevesto. But who himself do not know very dangerous. And a young man as our gold coast to tinting they see the national audit front. Side arm Ketwakra or Nibi. And the arm rob and no sophisticated gun. The video that we saw, you saw our gold coast to and see the national front, you know. On this space, you can't campus what to PA. So arm rob and rather open the door and shot the police officer. Yeah, investigation who says ana police from Pennyphobia and Nashachire no. I know that what happened. You know, go custody. Ahomache, ana police for na fa omukuku But seen there, one was obedience as as to why those people were shot. What any investigation?
It's scary. It's scary. Very
then
scary.
Go back to Nkranza. One issue where Shimichanya Dibia. There is this woman also on the bad them.
Yeah.
And a police for
a satellite installer.
Ahomache.
I remember that.
3 weeks no who ni ban. Or I never born a man say Obana who free. What kind of nonsense is this?
Boys ni air gititi.
Police people went to Nkranza and they killed another person.
I also when you brain tumor.
Besin there. What is Obia can wasem? Abrantie be nya visa or ko Germany. And our back crowd from Western regions over to Ton and Nema. Okay, West Health Board. Yes, a police in who also want many baby or the shocker a shocking no kuno. Besina what's your investigation?
Enra, me offer a Suma Motors, the boys. Police for nature, more rough. Just a yes.
Because training, you know, it focuses on physicality.
Yes,
macho. Now, the macho, your police, the macho, your military. Because now people are investing in drones and then I say, well, we don't have macho, not there. We have a
all right.
So I think that we need to focus on some of these things. So the mistakes are. Nyama akoso Dampare exit no it should not just end there. I think we need to open the Pandora's box. And as our extrajudicial killing akoso we need to wade into. For instance, now we are see what no. Yes, we are not living in a banana republic, and I think some of these things we need to spend time, delve deeper, and ensure that going forward, we will be guided because yes, Ghana is a decent democracy. We should be guided by some of these things and make sure that in our journey ahead, we move in a manner. Some of these issues about backslide here.
Right.
So those doing emotional argument about Dampare, these issues, stretch beyond an individual IGP. We should focus on how to retool the entire police service. Now you're making it better because it is there to serve the people of this